Hello, this is The Last Gate Jumper. My name's Carl, and today we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. And we're just going to go over my thoughts of the show and whether I thought something worth watching and whether I would continue the series after this first episode. So, right off the bat, I'm pretty milquetoast on the show. Um, don't really enjoy it. It was okay. It was fine. It's about the equivalent of your regular TV show today. Not that exciting, not that good. Just um, yeah, that's really all I got for it. It's not the most fun. I like the beginning of the show. I like them showing the two trees. Um, that's pretty great. Though we didn't get to see Morgoth or I think it's Shelob or is Shelob the daughter of I think Shelob's the daughter. So we didn't get to see the Spider Queen or the mother of spiders. We didn't get to see that, so that would have been fun to see, but didn't get to see that sadly. Um, Galadriel and her brother's interaction at the very beginning were really dumb. I mean, it wasn't all that inspiring. And later on, we learn that he tells her that in order to choose the light or which light to follow, you gotta choose evil. Or well, he says in order to know which light to follow, you have to touch the darkness, which is a really bad thing to tell a kid. Like, in order to do good, you kind of gotta do evil. No, just tell kids do good things, and that they'll figure it out. It was a stupid analogy. The elves then went to war. Okay, didn't really get to see that. Didn't get to see the epic battle between the gods. That would been great. Could have a whole show on that. Don't know why you guys didn't do that, Amazon, but that's on you. Otherwise, I don't know. The whole thing's just kind of milk toast. We follow Galadriel. Galadriel's a horrible character, horrible leader, horrible person in my opinion. Doesn't really care for her men all that much or their well-being. They find Fortress of Saruman or Sauron, sorry, and there's a snow troll there. They beat the snow troll, but only she does any real damage to it, which is pretty stupid. But that's how they decided to do the show. And yeah, but it's not. It's just not that interesting. I saw the show like a week or two ago, and I really don't care. That's the issue with it. Like I've watched Stargate just to completely take a left turn out of this 10 years ago, and I remember a lot of those episodes crystal clearly. Even the ones that weren't all that great, I still remember. But this, okay, whatever. Anyways, so they find the Mark of Sauron, his fortress, Dark Mark. A whole bunch of stupid stuff happens there. Gets back to Elrond, and he's not this badass warrior that we know from the Lord of the Rings. He's a poet and a politician, some kind of candy ass. Um, she gets celebrated for her discoveries. She wants to go back out, but instead she's given this reward that's not quite a reward to go back to Valinor, which really isn't something they should be able to do, but it's Amazon. They're going to do what they're going to do. Anyway, so she gets on a boat, decide to go back to Valinor, and that's the end of that story for her, or at least until the end of the episode, where she then has that flashback to her brother and her and him telling her that she needs to go touch evil to choose the light. So she jumps off the boat in the middle of the ocean, which is really stupid. You're in the middle of the ocean now. Maybe the time to make the decision was when you were like 10 miles off from land or something like that. Just just saying. Anyway, so other than that, we then have the Harfoots. Really don't like any of the Harfoots. You have female Sam and female Frodo. I don't remember their names. Maybe I'll remember when I watch the next episodes, but it just didn't really matter. They weren't that great. That's my issue with the show is that it wasn't that fun of a show. It was okay, but it wasn't Lord of the Rings. It was just generic fantasy. So we get introduced to them. The one um, Harfoot I did like was the black one. He was okay, a little kooky, a little strange, but I at least liked him. But all the others I can really do without. Um, then we have um, a black elf and his companion scouting the village, or patrolling the village, I should say. I guess the village was part of the realm of Morgoth, so the elves are keeping an eye on them, which, okay, sure. Might as well keep an eye on your enemy subjects to make sure they actually are pacified. I can get that, I can understand. It's boring. And then we have some kind of romantic relationship implied between the black elf when he goes to this tavern and this one chick out back. Okay, sure. I mean, it's a little bit creepy. The guy is, we know, at least 100 years old at this point. He could be older, but at this point right now, we know he's at least 100 years old. So it's a little bit creepy for him, I'm just gonna say, but that's just my opinion. Um, yeah, it's just a bland relationship. That's really all I gotta say. They then head back to their guard post, and news comes back from the king that they're shutting down all of the outposts because he's decided that war's over. They claim it's because of Galadriel's discoveries, but whether she discovered it or not, they were probably going to shut it down. Anyways, so yeah, we have that. He then goes to go tell his girlfriend, or not girlfriend, that they'll be leaving. Where he learns from a visiting farmer with his cow that the cow is now milking out black sludge, whatever that could be. So he decides to head off, and right there and then, the chick decides to go with him, even though she has a 14-year-old boy, and she could have gone in and told him, like, hey, I want to go with this guy. But to us, she decides just to get up and leave. It's a whole day's journey from what it's implied. Where's your camping gear? Where's your food? Like, when the hobbits went out on their journey, they had food, they had clothing packed, they had stuff that they needed for this journey. I mean, you know for sure you're going to be gone at least a day, so why not grab a bundle, pack a few things, and then leave with the elf? Or why is the elf even letting you come along? If he even suspects trouble, why is he bringing a weak human along? Because that's pretty much what we've been shown, is that Galadriel and the elves are super strong, so why would a soldier bring a civilian with them to go somewhere that might be dangerous? I didn't understand that. Like, yeah, you want the company, but if you actually cared for her, you'd care for her well-being and tell her, no, this is elf business, and sorry to say it, but I can move quicker, but on my own. Thanks, but I gotta go. And then just starts running. That's I don't know. The whole show is just meh. I'm gonna watch some more because I got Amazon Prime. Might as well take a look. But that's my review. Watch it if you want. Enjoy it if you like it. But as someone who grew up with Lord of the Rings, it's a far cry from what Peter Jackson did with his trilogy. It's not even close to the dialogue that's in the Lord of the Rings Rings books or the Hobbit books. True, I haven't read the Silmarillion or any of the other works of Tolkien, but someday I will. But this wasn't all that great. So, my recommendation: if you like generic fantasy but don't really care too much for Tolkien, go ahead and watch it. You might enjoy it, but I don't know if I would waste popcorn on it. But hey, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm gonna try to upload another one pretty soon here. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.